You see how adorable these creatures are. My bunnies, say hello to all the people. My bunnies. My bunnies, look at how precious she is. You see this lady? Look at him. He's going to take care of her. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. Take care of your. Take care of her. She's a wonderful lady right here. This is Mr. Bunny right here. He's a good boy. Right, Mr. Bunny? All right. You see that? My bunnies, for your entertainment leisure, my friends. For your entertainment leisure. Nice to see you, Daniel. Happy Thursday to you, my friend. The Bunny Cam live. They're always like this. They lay around my house. They just lay around. They chew up everything. You see, there used to be a carpet there. They chewed the entire carpet up. So they just munch, 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 and lay around. Right, my bunnies? Is that what you do? Right? You're just relaxing there? All right. Let's get this show started. All right, let's get it started, my friends. Um, Where's my pentacle? I pushed the wrong button. Look at, what are you doing to her? Mr. Bunny, you cleaning her ears? Oh, look at that. Bunny care, my friends. They take care of each other. All right, time for the green screen. Wherever it might be. Is this it? Got a new green screen for your entertainment leisure here. There it is. Oh my. Oh, how wild, right? Pentacle rabbit. That's going to get them going, right? All right. Getting all my things plugged in here, my friends. All plugged in for your entertainment leisure. What is wrong with my... There it is. All right. Spiritual entertainment. Just a moment. Getting it all set up here for your entertainment leisure. Got my drink already. We got the Oblivion music in the background. Oh my. Here we go. It's going to start. Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed old and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole, and fallen light renew. O earth, return, arise out of the dewy grass. Night is worn, and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry fall, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you, my friends. Don't forget to hit that like button up there at the top of your screen as you come in. It is I, your bard, your spiritual entertainer. Nothing more, nothing less, 7 days a week. And it's good to see Daniel, the demon. Yeah, I'm sorry that didn't work out last night for you, demon friend. We were playing 7 Days to Die. Had some system problems. Theo, nice to see you in red. Nice to see you, Red. And Astro Namadayas, good to see you. And Ned Dustbin, good to have you here. And Big Spy, Big Spy. What's in his drawers, right? Abracadabra, yes, I'm doing all kinds of conjuring here of rabbits. I am a rabbit sorcerer today, right? I'm doing rabbit sorcery here. Amelia the leech is here. Oh my. Please leave us some blood, right? The leech is here. Amelia the leech. Watch out. Oh, my rabbit, she just fell down dead. Oh, I wish you could see it. Bunnies, you're always taking the attention. You're always taking the attention. And she's just laying here, all in comfort, all in ecstasy. My beautiful rabbits. You saw them at the beginning, right? Now she wants to flop down, right? They're adorable, right? My rabbits. Now you want to flop down. You didn't want to do that when I had the camera on you earlier, right? Martin, Mr. Bard, why do you use AI for your backer? Who gives a shit if I do? You AI fundamentalist. You get like a boner when you see someone, oh, he's using AI. Ah. Why do you use YouTube that uses AI is the real question. These people are all the same. All the same. They like whining about it when it's convenient to them. But half the systems they use in their house run AI. Right? That's not real. Yeah, who gives a shit? Talos is real, isn't he? Yeah. I use AI every day and I'm proud of it. And if you don't like it, fuck off. Yeah. Vixen, good to see you. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment. The Servant of Anubis. Walter is real. He really is. Walter is real. Walter is your personal Lord and Savior this morning, right? He took the council to a repair shop and the motherboard is damaged. Oh, shit. Yeah, that sucks when that happens, right? That sucks, yeah. Yeah, our kids always destroy our stuff, right? Yeah. One of the things I have to worry about for my children is, clicking on those links that bring viruses and shit to your computers. I caught one of my boys. He gave someone remote access to his computer. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You can't do that shit. I mean, I caught him right as he was doing it. He was making some video game or something. I mean, there's these people, they will get into your systems, right? Hope you have a good day. Froggy, you like the Froggy style? We do it Froggy style, yeah. Good to have you here. Am I a pagan? No, I'm an entertainer. That's what I am. I have lots of pagan friends, but I am not a pagan. I'm a monotheist, one goddess only. That's it. Pecos the drummer, good to see you. Good to have you here. It's the devil. Yes, the devil. I am the devil. Yeah, watch out. I practice druidry, yeah. You went to a cancer center today. It's a depressing place, yeah, right? The diseases that we deal with, they cause a lot of pain and anxiety. Yeah, my mother-in-law, she's dying of cancer, right? My best friend died of cancer when I was 20. Cancer doesn't run in my family. No one's heart disease does. There's natural high cholesterol in my family history, not from eating food. It is naturally high. I have to use Lipitor to keep my cholesterol levels down at my old age. Yeah, my grandfather died when I was he was 50 years old. Inquisitor Bacon, good to see you. Yeah, I'm sorry that you have to deal with that, my friend Ned. Yeah. Astro Muse Dallas, an astronomer from Dallas, Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas. Yes, it is. That's why all my exes live there. I wasn't big enough for them, so they moved to Texas, right? I study archaeoastronomy. Now that's interesting. Archaeoastronomy. Why don't you tell us about that? Stars and stones, right? Is that some type of now? Is that like an astronomy that is enriched with mythology and lore, or is that purely a scientific endeavor for you? Yumi Rose, good to see you. Good to have you here. You are a Russian Orthodox Christian, completely over. The Privyat, Medruk, Menzovut Bad. Yeah, I was a Ruthenian Christian. So the Russian Orthodox were next door neighbors, right? The Russian Orthodoxy, if you trace its origins, you go back to the Little Rus, the Ruthenians. All of the Slavic Christianity really had its nascent from this little place in the Carpathian Mountains. That's where Saint Cyril and Methodius went to begin their campaign. That's where Cyrillic was born, right? the little Rus, all of you Ukrainians and Russians, you have a great debt to pay to the Ruthenian Church. Now, unfortunately, they joined the Catholic Church, but that is where the origin of your Slavic Christianity comes from, right? Duke of New York, good to see you. You love my pentangle today? Well, I'm glad you do, right? Yeah, I went on I wanted a rabbit pentangle. I couldn't find any art out there with a rabbit pentangle. So I had my AI make one for me. I don't know if I have any clever to say. The cake is a lie. Your bunnies are cool. Do you say bunny or rabbit instinctually? I say my bunnies. Um, I say my bunnies when I talk to my bunnies. That's all. We appreciate you, Yumi. Yeah, I love my rabbits. What is a cake? I don't get the humor there. Can you explain it to me? I'm getting a birthday cake next week. Yeah, I'm going to be 50 years old next week. Lipitor is some good weed. Yeah, that keeps it down, right? You know, marijuana, it does increase your heart rate, right? When you use it, it does it does bring it up there, right? Um, let's see here. Koopa is here. 666 for you. Wonderful. Why you hanging with the druid is fun, and most seem lovely here. Yeah, we have a good time. We have wonderful conversations that we have. Spirituality and comedy every day. Don't forget, my friends, as you're coming in, to hit the like button. Right. The Slavic Church recognized women leaders early on. Do they still? Never did. Christianity never recognized women leaders, right? Unfortunately, right? You have in Orthodoxy and in the Latin traditions, penis-only religions, unfortunately, right? Yeah. Women did have, by the grace of whatever powers that be, you have like Hildegard of Bingen, is that how you say it? She was a very influential Christian preacher in the Middle Ages, right? Um, Very rarely do you have, like in Orthodoxy, women can't even go to Mount Athos, right? Dr. Mantis, good to see you. There's no cake, damn it. Your heart is to pry open to burst? Yeah. Sounds like what happens in people's pants when they come out. Is a meme from the Portal game. Okay, shit. See, I never got into Portal. There's a cake that tests you. Yeah. My son played Portal. I never got into the Portal games. Yeah, I don't like puzzles. I hate it. Creating the portals, going to, yeah, that's not for me, right? I mean, I was pulling out my hair yesterday playing Oblivion Remastered, and I'm doing the Knights of the Nine quest line and having to go through this dungeon to get the shield. I'm like, what the hell is this shit, right? All of these damn puzzles, right, are driving me crazy. The knowledge here is great. I'm glad you're having a good time. Paul, good to see you. It's not real artwork. I just wanted a rabbit pentangle, and I couldn't find any. I could not find. There's lots of Cardinals pentangles. There's lots of goat head ones, right? I wanted a rabbit one, so I had my AI build one for me. Now, if you're going to whine about it, you could make one for me and send it to me at my email, and I will certainly use it. And it has to fit in my phone, right? As soon as I came on, we have the AI fundamentalist crowd. Is that AI? You're using AI to be here. I mean, the YouTube is run by AI. The algorithm, you being here is artificial intelligence, right? I mean, when it's convenient to them, they start bitching about it, right? Gives them an erection. Yeah. AI fundamentalism, very real thing in the world. Fiona, good to see you. Farmer Fiona, good to have you here. In some places, the women are locked away when they have their monthlies, so they don't make the man unclean. I mean, it's so stupid, isn't it? How women are been treated in the history of the world. It's really terrible. right? Why we have treated women in such a way, right? But thankfully, we are in a world right now where women can have a voice, right? And not in all places. But we do have, like in the United States, we have protections for our ladies so they can have a voice, and that has not always been the case. Jesus is always here. Yeah. If you don't like puzzles, do you like Zelda? Nope. I liked Zelda up until the GameCube. After that, no. There's too many damn puzzles. I don't like that shit. No. I mean, I use puzzles in my games, but sparingly. I mean, sparingly. Um, Brown-eyed. Well, who's got brown eyes here? Yeah, I got baby brown eyes. Yeah. What does that have to do with anything? I love to be locked away once a month. Oh, your husband's gonna lock you up in the barn, Fiona. Oh man. Any Satanists in the chat? We have a few. We have the demon is here. The demon he is of the Satanic Temple. I am not a Satanist, no. I am just an entertainer, right? And as you're coming in, don't forget to hit that like button at the top of your screen, my friends. Like button at the top of your screen. A month off from the old kids, yeah, that would be nice, right? Thank you, Paul. Thank you for the refund. It's been a good harvest in God's garden today, right? Super Monkey Ball, never played it. Never played it. Portal Reloaded. You think about being locked in a shed while you're on your cycle? I'm not sure what the hell it is. Yeah. Yes. I have 3 ladies in my house, so it's kind of like I'm locked in the shed here, right? I have 4 ladies total, but my daughter moved out, my oldest daughter. So my wife and I have 3 daughters. 3 daughters, 5 boys, right? All it takes is 1, but I got 3 ladies in my house right now. That's the gayest pentagram you ever see. That's because I'm gay. Yeah, that's why it has to be gay. And it's a pentangle, sir, not a pentagram. There's a little bit of a difference, right? Bless your milk, yeah. Killer rabbit on YouTube. There are some rabbits that get quite violent. Mine are not. Mine are quite docile. My rabbits, yeah. Your AI did a beautiful job of the rabbit pentacle. Thank you. Yeah. I had to work. It took me about an hour to get it right, where it could fit into my phone, and I had like several different things that I had to put in the input. You love the Portal game, where it made it 2 players. Oh, that's fun. In Australia, you can now get free pads at the library to stop period poverty. Look at that. We're moving up in the world, right? Oh man, you get free condoms and pads in the women's bathrooms now. You never heard of it? You'll check it out. Ned, you are a female as well. You got a man's name for safety. Yeah. See, it's sad that we have to do that, right? Because women are treated, in an inappropriate manner often, right? And you have to protect yourself. Still, you have to protect yourself, right? It's too early for sacrilege. Well, then don't be here. I mean, that's all we do all day long, right? It's too early for all of the. Yeah, I do this every day, and I get up and I come here, have these conversations with you, whatever you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be sacrilegious. It could be entertaining, right? Whatever you want to talk about. Unfortunately, we can't escape the fundamentalism of the Christians that come on. Now, interesting enough, I found a channel where they don't show up. They don't show up. I found a channel. Um, it's hard not to find places where they don't show up on YouTube streams, right? And they start whining about their religion. Um, you love the colors? Yeah. There's no sacrilege here. Yeah, Christianity is, to me, sacrilegious. The way Christians treat other people and the way that they talk about God as a judge rather than as a lover, to me, that is sacrilegious, right? Making your judgment reality more important than your fatherhood. Fathers make judgments, but they do so as fathers, not as tormentors, not as this idea of a God who wants you to perform to get everything right before it can love you. I think that is a terrible, terrible belief system. You like Odin there, Dan? You are a Norse pagan. Yeah, we have all kinds of pagan folk that come on here. I'm not a pagan. Yeah. Sacrilege is your middle name. You're a trans troll and a fan. Well, wonderful. All people are welcome here. Yeah. Prabha Kuma is here. Prabhu, you Hindu people, I'm sorry. I know that you make a huge 20% of my audience are Hindus, and I always get your names wrong. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Parvati, forgive me for getting all of the Hindu people's names wrong. Yeah. Glad to have you here, our Hindu friends. What is Moloch? What is this? Is that some type of character from Star Wars or something? Moloch. Yeah. You are an American? Yeah. No kinks here. Yeah. Bruce Bowling. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. Bruce Bowling, nice to see you, sir. Spiritual entertainment, 7 days a week we are here, having these wonderful conversations. Whatever you want to talk about, really, right? I'm just a facilitator of the content that you bring here, really. That's all I do, right? That's all I do. Hare Krishna friend here, good to see you for your entertainment leisure. Thank you for my crazy ex-girlfriend. She's paying her alimony to me right there, the gold coins. Thank you. You owe me a lot. You owe me a lot, my crazy ex-girlfriend there in the chat. Yeah, my wife says hello. What do you want, Mr. Bunny? Why are you scratching at my feet? You love my streams. Thank you, Red. I appreciate you very much, sir. Moloch is a Marvel character. It's a giant floating head with the tiny arms like a T-Rex. Yee, I'm Moloch. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like I think I know who you're talking about, right? That giant, giant head, the tiny legs, and right? You're an OBGYN Kenobi. Oh, damn. Yeah. Good morning to you. Oh, Sir Flame Drop. Good to see you. Sir Flame Drop DeLong, our official jeweler of our community. You need any jewelry? He is a jeweler from South Africa, right? What is the burnishers? I don't know what that is. Can you educate me, Sir Flame Drop? I don't know what a burnisher is. I am ignorant of that. Fear and how it's controlling. Yeah, there's a lot of people controlling people with fear, right? Yeah. Good to see you. I can't even pronounce your name. All of those characters in your name, I can't pronounce it. They actually made a Moloch show on who? Really? They have a Moloch. Is it like in cartoon or is it live action? That would be interesting to watch the Moloch show, right? That would be interesting. Yeah. I love Marvel because my daughter really likes Marvel. All of that stuff, right? It's a lot of fun. Is that the math the females specialize in? Moloch, is that what it's, I don't, is that the joke? I don't get it. No way you're a real wizard. Can you cast a fireball? I'm an entertainer. I'm not a wizard. I'm a bard. That's what I do. Knitting has math, just like DNA. Really cool stuff. Interesting. Knitting has math. Everything has math. Math is the sacred language of the cosmos, right? Everything's put together with math, right? Math is spiritual. Don't you wish they would teach that shit in school? Then math wouldn't be so boring. Teaching your students, these things I'm teaching you can unlock the secrets of the cosmos, right? Wouldn't that be, teaching math as magic rather than as pointless repetition of numbers, right? Math to me was one of the things that we have lost in our education is wonder, right? We have lost the ability to initiate people into really enjoying what they're learning, right? To treat our education system as spiritual, not in the fundamentalist way, right? Where you have to have religious books and things. But the very subjects themselves, they are spiritual. The arts and sciences, to me, are spiritual endeavors of our human creativity. And to teach children that again, right? My oldest son, he's a scientist, and he sees this as his priesthood, his spirituality, right? Homer's Odyssey is a good read. Oh yes, yeah. Usually, Homer is like required reading in any type of college setting, right? When you're going into literature or mythology, right? Homer is like the first thing you ever read, right? Uh, Instrumental tool used to fold and smash shapes without cutting them. I had never heard of that before. That's interesting. That's what you use you do that for your work. Au revoir, what is this? This is entertainment. Go touch the like button as you come in. It's right at the top. Help about out. I do this every day. Studying the stories of culture created about the same stars is most telling lens I have discovered. Exeris Scientia, which translates from star knowledge. Now that's a wonderful endeavor that you're doing, right? That makes what you do exciting, right? To see its connection, its purpose. Well, I think you're the only person that I met that's ever been into that type of that scientific endeavor. Where are we at? Moloch is a god of destruction. Really? Yeah. The brainless one, a Slavic pagan friend. Good to have you here. What do you want, my rabbits? What do you want? Why are you getting at my feet here? Yeah, they're always wanting me to my attention. Let's see. You love watching Dawkins, Carlin, Garavis, and Hitchens take down Abrahamic religions. Yeah. Yeah, it gets repetitive at some point, right? I mean, there's other things to talk about in terms of the world we live in. Hitchens was a great influence on me and helping me to see that a lot of things I believed in were bullshit, right? But staying in that world is repetitive, right? You have to move beyond it, right? You have to really. The fundamentalism has really gripped the world, but you have to. The conversations with these people, it's very repetitive, right? At what point do you leave these conversations and keep going back to them, right? What changes do you think should be made in the education system? I think that we have to. It'll never happen, right? Even in if you go to a Catholic school, they don't treat their subject matter as spiritual, right? It is all memorization of facts and stuff. It has to begin at your house, right? You begin to, inspire your children. The schools aren't going to do that for you. You have to begin to inspire your own children to see that what they're doing at the school is a spiritual endeavor, to teach them the wonder, to point them in the right direction. And that's what I think has been very successful for my oldest son at an early age. Of like, what you're doing is spiritual, right? These things that you're learning at your school help you to understand the mysteries of the universe, to help you to connect to them, to help you to be a part of them, right? You have to inspire that in your children, because the schools will never do that. That's never going to happen, right? The Enlightenment was a wonderful thing and a terrible thing at the same time, right? It was wonderful because it helped us to escape the control of religion upon our sciences. But at the same time, the idea of supernatural was invented. The idea that you have to separate spirituality from science. That happened because of the Enlightenment. And, the way people think about God is upstairs, we're down here, right? That is the effects of the Enlightenment upon all like Western religion. Now, Hindus, you don't really have a problem with that as much, right? Hindus live in a spiritual world. And so you have a little bit of different, and mostly in the Western world, you have this separation of spirituality from your daily life. You don't see what you're doing as spiritual, right? What you'll do is you'll attribute to certain days or moments of your day as the spiritual part, rather than seeing your whole day as a spiritual activity. Even mundane work like washing dishes, it shouldn't be separated from your spirituality, right? It should be an opportunity to exercise your nature, which is spiritual. Um, Playboy bunnies, what are you doing to my bunnies, you pervert? Jar Jar Jenkins is here for his entertainment in the morning time. Schools don't teach nonsense because, see, this Mr. Wizard here, he's a child. He doesn't understand the content of what I just said. He is thinking of religious fundamentalism because that is his background. He left Christian fundamentalism for atheistic fundamentalism. These people are stuck in a fundamentalist mindset. You really should learn from Sam Harris. Sam Harris is a very spiritual person, and he's an atheist. He understands the endeavors of our religious part of ourselves as an expression of our humanity, right? Our creativity. Yeah, Mr. Wizard, it's time to grow up, right? Quit going on YouTube streams and whining about why it's religious or non-religious. I mean, grow up. Schools do teach all kinds of nonsense. Good morning. Good morning. You have scrolled too far. What is this? Spiritual entertainment, comedy and spirituality together here every day for your entertainment leisure. We talk about various topic matters, right? From my perspective. In the evenings, we play games together like Dungeons and Dragons. But my spirituality is druidry, and druidry treats the world as spiritual. And you don't have to be in any type of. You can be an atheist and be a druid, right? The world is something wonderful and beautiful, and our arts and sciences. They're the greatest tools we have in terms of creativity to understand the world around us, right? This is spirituality. Your bard has a hood card. T6 Tools, good to see you again. The bard card, yeah. Cast satanic fireball at the fundamentalist. Bunny means paw, so I paw the wizard. I don't understand. I don't understand the context of that. Amazing, yes, I have that effect on people. Yeah, you are amazed here. If you are amazed, you see the like button up there. That is important that you touch that. That helps me to make a living, right? Like, subscribe, join our community. I need a cane. This is my cane right here. Remember Big Daddy Kane, a rapper in the 80s, right? Big Daddy Kane, right? He was a lot of fun. Cast Slimy Outcast. What are you doing to yourself there? This is inappropriate magic use in our chat here. He's conjuring all kinds of things in his underpants. Here, 24K. The Guna squad is here. Oh boy. What are you doing now when you're looking at me? I can only imagine. The Guna squad is here. Ashley Jean, good to see you. Good to have you here, our friend Ashley, for your entertainment leisure. Our friend Ashley has come back to us. 666 is alchemy. Yeah, 666, its origins are from the Bible, a mistranslation of it. It was 616. The 666 was a later translation, a mistranslation. And all it meant, it was a way, so you couldn't write propaganda against the empire, right? So you had this genius who created this numeral system that it really meant Caesar Nero. That's what 616 meant. It was a way to show that this person was a devil and evil, and that evil is going to be destroyed, right? That's the point of the book of Revelation. It's not about the end of the world. It's about the end of evil. It's about that good is going to win. And it has all that flavor of Gnosticism and stuff, right? It's all symbolic, but people have turned it into something completely different, right? It was just to encourage the Christians at that time who were unjustly being treated, right? They were being murdered and tortured. Nero would shove a pole up your ass and stip you in tar and light up his gardens. This was a terrible thing, right? And the Christians of that time, they weren't like fundamentalists like you have today. What these people were doing was helping people. They didn't care about Jesus's virginal birth. They didn't care about dogma. They cared about helping the world around them, right? That's why they were being killed and murdered, because they were telling the world, what you're doing is wrong. The way you're treating other human beings is wrong. The Christians were the ones who were standing up for the abandoned children of the Roman people. They're throwing them in the wilderness. The Christians were the ones helping the disenfranchised. It was a spiritual movement that turned into a dogma system. But these people, the message of Christianity is that the human person has the ultimate value, that the human nature is divine, and the least is greatest, the last shall be first, because these people that you hate, God loves, right? That was what they were doing. They weren't going around being apologists and having people memorize scriptures and things like that. That came later. That came from the fundamentalist branch that eventually began running things, right? Walnut Witchy is here. I saw someone say walnut. So my good friend, we had a good time, me and Walnut Witch yesterday, right? With our friend, the camera lady. Yeah, she has a nice little show. She draws things and stuff, and we joke around and have good conversation, right? Are you here, Walnut Witch? Are you here? Is that a reference to you? There she is. There she is. Yeah. We were talking about creativity yesterday, right? On our Discord server, people make very beautiful things, and Walnut Witch here is making a very beautiful. What is it? Like some type of staff or something, right? That you're making, and I don't know the context of it, right? But it comes out of these experiences, right? There are times in your life, right, where you don't see beyond perhaps your inner torment, right? Your inner experience, right, where you feel this mundaneness, this boredom with your life, with yourself, sadness, right? These are moments when you can be the most creative. When you encounter this inner reality, sometimes it's interpreted as depression, right? It should drive you into creativity, into poetry, into song. All of our great artists, they usually end up not living very long, right? Because they can't take the pain. They can't take the torment of their muse. They are not instructed to see beyond it, right? That's all they see, right? Especially these musicians, they have everything in the world. right? And no, they are not in a place where they are able to receive wisdom, because materialism has blinded them. So they don't keep going, right? The greatest creativity comes from our darkest moments, right? If we allow that moment, that pain, it could be a teacher, it could be a guide, right? It's a terrible thing, right? There's no doubt about it. When you feel these moments of darkness, right? The dark night of the soul, right? With St. John of the Cross, a Christian, he was a mystic in the Roman Catholic tradition. Yeah. His literature is like the first I read my spiritual father introduced me to long ago. And I read the Ascent of Mount Carmel over and over again, because he talked about this moment when you feel deprived of your senses. You feel a darkness there. But in that darkness is God, right? That creativity. And he talked about it in various details and various levels. John of the Cross was persecuted by his own church. He was tormented by, Christians, and he experienced terrible, terrible tortures and sadness, right? But in that darkness, in that place of creativity, he met God in the most beautiful and profound ways, right? Every moment of your life can be an encounter, even the terrible things that we experience. It can be a moment when you have something very special, right? I've gone through terrible things in my life, and I wouldn't wish that terribleness on anyone. But because of that terribleness, I am who I am today. It has allowed for creativity. It has allowed me to be able to see into the deep, and to be able to share from those riches of that experience. Um, your darkness will eat you up if you let it. Yeah, it will. It's all about learning how to dance with it, right? You have to lead the dance, right? You have to dance with it. I mean, if you ignore it, it'll still stay there, right? If you can take pills and drugs and booze and whatever to try to cover it up. You can go find a relationship with somebody, right? You could do all of these things to hide from it, but it'll come out. You can't escape it. You have to learn to dance with it, and you have to lead the dance, or it will dance all over you, right? Replacing yellow with EMIT, good to see you. Good to see you. You want to replace the yellow here with violet? Do you think that would be more appropriate? Yeah. What discipline are you teaching, sir? Spiritual entertainment. Don't forget, my friends, to go up there and touch the like button. Spirituality and comedy here every day for your entertainment leisure. Am I a Wiccan? No, I am not. I'm an entertainer. I practice druidry. Wiccans are my neighbors, right? Let's see here. You're squirting here? We have the Guna squad. Look at him. He's all excited there. I don't have to see your perversions, right? Yeah, that's your thing, right? As long as you're doing whatever you're doing to touching the like button, however you're touching it, it's your prerogative. You want to touch it with your wiener? That's your prerogative. I don't get to see it, right? I don't get to see it. Am I Harry Potter? No, Harry Potter's my lover. The pupil of the eye looks black, but it's clear like water of glass and sunshine. There's some profound wisdom in there somewhere, right? What's with the bunny? The bunny is, my deity, right? There it is. I worship bunnies. Every day you get to see my beautiful rabbits, right? They are my gods. My rabbits are. I give them food and water. I pet them. I adore them. Rabbits are my deities. Truth versus lie slide. Yeah. Lies sides tell. I don't understand that. He was a bard, a drummer. Listen when people talk to you. Yeah. You appreciate my honesty. There's no dishonesty. These are cultural symbols of my ancestors. They don't belong to Wiccans. They don't belong to anyone. My ancestors were Celts. I'm not a Celt, but my ancestors were, and this is their symbols. I honor them. I am inspired by them. Katerina, good to see you. Reptilians, yes, I'm a reptilian. I'm trying to dominate humanity with comedy and spirituality. Morty, good to see you. Morty the One. Good to have you here, our good friend, as you begin your journey into the evening time. Well, your evening time, anyways, right? You're working all night long, right? Beautiful colors, you like it, right? You worship the devil, good for you. I don't care. Worship whatever you want to. I'm just an entertainer. I'm not here to tell you what to do, right? It's literally the math of the universe you spoke of. I'm encapsulated in eternity. Yeah, that we are eternity, right? Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just manifests in different quality and quantity. It has different forms and faces. This has been what our universe has been doing forever. There's never been a big bang. There's been lots of bangs, contracting, expanding. This has always been happening. You come from eternity, and this moment that you have does becomes something else. It becomes something better, right? You know, we live this life in its great mystery, but the story does not end, right? We do go on beyond this, right? And that's what our religions and things, our creativity is trying to figure it out. We want to know, right? It's helpful to understand. You know, for whatever reason we don't know, for whatever reason we have forgotten our origins, our roots, right? And every now and then there are people in our history, personal history, and human history abroad that try to remind us, you know, our value and purpose, right? There's always been a Christian. There's always been a Christ. There's always been a King Arthur. There's always been a mythology that helps us to know where we come from and to know where we're going, right? Let's see here. I'm a grass reptilian. Oh my. Let's see. Rabbit is a deity. Can you elaborate what is the deity in your eyes? Yeah, my rabbit right at my feet here. Mr. Bunny. He is my deity. That's his head right there. I worship my rabbits. Yeah, they are my gods, right? It's very simple. It's very simple. You're Zachariah Jonathan. What does that mean? I don't understand. Thermodynamics, right? That is a teaching about the universe, right? The distribution of energy, its value. We have all of these, you know, theories in our sciences that keep getting better and better and better. Thanks for being you. By the bought a cup of coffee. Thank you, my friend, the Walnut Witch. I appreciate you very much. I'm looking forward to your completion of your project. Yeah. We have lots of creative people in our Discord server. We have people from different, the artists, scientists, you know, people who write, people who sing. We have people who do all kinds of different things in our Discord community. People who believe in religion, people who don't believe in religion. We have stand-up comedians. I forgot who it was. We have one member who does stand-up comedy. Yeah, we have all kinds of different people that are in one place. Think about joining us. You see that join button. If you buy me a cup of coffee, you will get access to our Discord server. Small, medium, or large, right? I do this for a living, and I appreciate people that can do that, right? As long as coffees are bought, I will be here every day for the next 25 years, my friends. I will be here till I'm 75. I'm going to be 50 years old next week, July 9th, right? I'm going to be 50 years old. As above, so below, right? That is the way of life. She is part of me, not your God. You worship the woman? Yes, I do. Uh, when I look at a lady, I've had since I was younger, the archetype of goddess uh, has really spoken to me. I've always sought the female face, to honor it, to respect it, to worship it, and poetry, all of that stuff. Every time I'd be in a relationship, and I worship my wife. My wife is what I've sought all my life, and the goddess in human form, right? This archetype. When I love my wife, I'm loving everything divine, right? Um, I've always been very sensitive to that. When I had my enlightenment, my spiritual awakening, baptism in the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it, when I was 20, a lady jumped inside of me. I feel the presence of a woman all the time within me, an embrace, a warmth, a peace, right? A comforter, all the time within me, right? The face of the woman has always been something that I've pursued to experience the unity with it, right? Spiritual entertainment, that's what it is. You believe the chicken tastes best deep fried, drowned in barbecue sauce. That's very religious. Look at my atheist friend. Yeah, he is now very religious. Look at that. He is a believer in the power of barbecue sauce. Accept the barbecue sauce as your personal Lord and Savior today. Do you have a favorite barbecue sauce that you like, right? There's I like the brown sugar mixture myself. The brown sugar barbecue sauce, that's my favorite. The deep molasses taste, that is for me, right? I'm Satan, yes, I am. Hello, everyone. It is me, Satan. I have come to you once again from the ninth layer of hell to entertain you with all kinds of fun. Cherish the girl, that's right. The mother mind, yeah, that's it. You're right on the fence on faith. Anyone here trying to return me to Satan? Yeah, you've been violated by the presence of fundamentalism. Yo Maple is a deity, right? We have deities here. How was your celebration of Canada Day yesterday? Fireworks, all kinds of fun last night for our Canadian friends, right? You make your own barbecue sauce. You do it old school. Look at that. You are a really devout worshiper right there. James, nice to see you. Satan works exclusively for God. Yeah, he pimps him out. Basically, that's what the Bible says, right? Proof number one, rap record in the world right now. Rap record in the world. I don't know. Who's the top rapper? I don't keep up with it. I don't go beyond 90s rap. 80s and 90s for me, right? He's exposed to the feminine, but they don't know what it is. What do you mean by that? Exposure to the feminine. Yeah, but I'm not a lady, so I have a lady living in me, but it's like you never arrive when you seek the goddess. You never arrive at a plateau. You just go deeper and deeper in the search, right? So I've been married for going on 27 years, and I still don't know my wife. The mystery of humanity is something I'm always seeking to adore, to love, going deeper and deeper into the mystery, right? This is the power of relationships, right? That friendships, that bonds, that romance, it doesn't arrive at a plateau. You can keep going deeper, right? This is our relationship with the divine. If you are a believer in the divine, that intimacy does not stop. You don't go to a heaven. You go deeper and deeper in the experience of the divine. There's no, I'm going to arrive at a cloud and have a guitar. You keep going deeper and deeper in the mystery of the uncreated energies of divinity, right? The ascension energy, there you go. Look at that. That is a synchronicity, our friend here showing up, right? The unknowability of God and the energies, right? Panentheism, Orthodox theology. I still adhere to that in terms of my experience as a heathen now, right? The Eastern tradition would help me to become a druid, pretty much, right? Um, you like the background, French? Thank you for being here, my friend, French. Glad to have you here. You arrived, you're encapsulated in it, right? Look at the gaming goddess. Look at that. We have the gaming goddess here. Yeah, I'm Harry Potter for Team U. Also, your Discord mod, Harry Potter. And male prostitute, Harry Potter. I do that too. If you want to hire me for sexual favors, I would be your wizard for you. Theosis, yes. Theosis is, since one of the great Archimandrite was Saint Symphony of Essex, and he taught his understanding of theosis is when you divinization, you are participant. You have no beginning or end. There's no origin for it. It is, and if you think about that in terms of science, energy is not created or destroyed, right? There's no beginning or end to the cosmos, right? The energies of God do not have a beginning or end. They always proceed out of the essence of divinity. There's no, and that is our origins, right? There are origins. Orthodoxy, unlike other types of Christianity, there is no original sin. There's only a frustration and your participation in it. That's how they, if you, I don't adhere to those ideas of like a devil, dominating the world with the power of death. I certainly don't adhere to that. But there's certainly a frustration of your energies. When you come into this world, your noetic energies, they go every which way, right? Because of your desire for survival. You need help to be put on track, right? You need help to be put back on the path. And that comes with maturity and responsibility over yourself, right? I probably, if I would have, the Ruthenian church, I guess, corrupted me. If I was Orthodox, I probably would have never left. I don't like dogma at all, but in Orthodoxy, you do have mellower Christians that aren't unless the ones on YouTube are assholes, but there's a lot of this idea of universalism. You could still find it in the Eastern Church, right? Not Origenism. Origenism is very Gnostic, where you fall from the monad and return. The universalism that you find in Saint Gregory of Nazianzus is that of the idea of there's no, God is not making you return, right? You didn't fall from the monad. It is just helping you to get back into the integration. That is the purpose of salvation, rather than getting you out of a place where you're tormented and things, right? You're confused in general? All right. YOLO. What's the 3 rabbits? The salvation for me. My rabbits are my salvation. The ones on YouTube are assholes, right? Yeah, I still have a lot of friends that are in the Eastern Church. Yeah. But I was a Unanate. So that certainly wasn't helpful for me, right? The Ruthenians. I think that the Ruthenian Church united with the Roman Church was the worst thing they could have ever done, right? Now they're like it's like they want to be, right? But they're not, unfortunately. Christians are judgmental, yeah. But the Orthodox Church, not so much. Mostly Roman Catholics and Protestants. You'll find in Orthodoxy very sincere, and now I certainly don't agree with dogma. I don't agree with Mount Athos rejecting females. There's certainly problems in Orthodoxy that are worthy of criticism, but they are the better of the Christian churches. Humans were in India way before they were exiled to the desert. I don't understand the context for that, my friend. They were in India. India has like the oldest religious culture in the world that has been developed, right? A lot of things we owe to Hinduism, right? They have preserved a lot of the ancient religion of the world. Um, I mean, it's certainly evolved, but you find like the flood narrative. It was in Hinduism before it was anywhere else. You know, the idea of Manu was his name, right? Nyssa gently believed in judgment, Hades, lake of fire. He just believed that God would eventually bring all the world. Yeah, that's universalism, right? The idea of going through the purification, that hell is not a torment place, right? And even in Saint Ephraim, the Syrian, right? You have this idea of love prevailing here, right? The idea of being scourged by the love of God isn't something that God would allow. You could certainly read into the scourge of love as something that heals rather than something that torments, right? My oldest son, he is an Eastern Christian, but he's Latinized, obviously, because he's still going to Catholic churches. He's a Universalist because of St. Gregory of Nyssa, St. Ephraim the Syrian, or Isaac the Syrian, I'm sorry. I get all the Syrians messed up. Peace, brother. Have a good day. Lucifer, take care. Satan, you feel the Orthodox just take a bit of classical theology like Platonism and twist it to fit the Bible? Not really. The fathers, all of them were influenced by the Greeks. But theosis is not from the Greeks. Theosis was taught by First Temple Christianity. The Orthodox continue theosis, but theosis was part of the original religion of the Hebrews. The temple was a place of divinization. It wasn't a place of appeasement that the Second Temple theology became. And the Orthodox, they still teach the original teaching of Christ, which was divinization, theosis. And if you want more information about that, Dr. Margaret Barker, she was a Methodist preacher, but she's on the biblical panel for, the ecumenical patriarch. She is a very revered person in Orthodoxy for her great work of First Temple theology. Good to see you at the Church of the Baptists. Let's see here. You return the idea of a monad. Yeah, they did. But the idea that the Greeks weren't influenced by other places. Dr. Margaret Barker has done so much work where her theories that, you can't prove any of it, but that the First Temple Judaism influenced Pythagoras. The teachings that he had, she demonstrates that these were teachings in ancient Judaism. I took her work and I showed a connection to how the Celts were influenced by First Temple Judaism, right? First Temple Judaism can be found throughout the ancient world. It could be connected to Hinduism as well, right? Everyone sins. Sin is bullshit to me. There's no God that is mad at you, wants to destroy you. Sin is bullshit to me. What's up with the bunny stick? The bunny is my deity today. I worship you, oh my rabbits, the bunny god. I serve the bunny deity today. You see, that is my deity here. I am a servant of the all-powerful rabbit. I believe in I believe in procreation. Breeding is my thing. I have 8 kids. I love breeding to honor the rabbit deity. I do lots and lots of breeding. Yeah, each from a different woman. 8 children. Ain't you sources at all? You think you've been fooled, Bart? That's where you're wrong, Kevin. We have lots of documents, like you have the temple scrolls, you have the Damascus documents. There's been lots of archaeological research to reveal that First Temple Judaism was nothing like the religion that it came to be. There was a goddess, right? There was the lady of the temple, for instance, the consort of Yahweh. Yeah, there's been a lot of scholarship. There's no deception, Kevin. It's an interesting. She's done a great research on it. She's a revered scholar, and if you're interested in First Temple Judaism, the consensus in scholarship is that First Temple Judaism was much different than what it came to be. We have, for instance, the archaeology, Hezekiah's ring, for instance. It has this sun with wings. That is a symbol. You can trace it back to the Ugaritic of the mother, the divine mother, the heavenly mother, right? And you have a lot of these things in scripture that reveal this maternity, right? There's no deception. It's all scholarship. I mean, you don't have to accept it, but these are things that scholars ponder upon, right? And she has done a lot of research in that area. Let's see here. Where am I at? Big brain time. There's no evidence of the Exodus. None at all. None at all. It's all mythology, right? 8 kids in this economy. Yeah, I live paycheck to paycheck. That's why I need you to like, my friends, up there. Subscribe. Join. Hit that join button. Buy me coffee so I can support my family. Jesus didn't think of himself as a God. Probably not, but not in the way you're thinking of. Theosis was part of the Jewish tradition. So the understanding of divinity was not foreign. You have this thing in the Hebrew tradition where that there's been a lot of scholarship on, that there was this person that represented God on earth. They called it the 2 powers of heaven theory. You had God on earth and you had God in the heavens. And the God on the earth was the high priest of the temple. He was the king, Solomon. When you read in Chronicles that they worshiped the God in the king, they worshiped the king as God on earth. Theosis, the divine son, it was part of all of the cultures of the ancient world. And it certainly was part of the Hebrew tradition. And there's lots and lots of evidence that these people were worshipped. They were God on earth to the people. The idea of Son of Man, when you read that in the Bible, that is a reference to a divine person on earth. Who is the Son of Man? This was a conversation of Second Temple Judaism, right? This is all scholarship that people were able to come up with. This, the idea of divinity was not something foreign, that you find in the Jewish tradition, that there were gods on earth. There were Nephilim, right? You have these hybrids. This was all part of the ancient Jewish tradition. These apologetics that Jesus wasn't God are really a response to fundamentalism. The fundamentalists have really deranged understanding of divinity. But the idea of him being a deity is not foreign. All hail the Hypnotoad. Oh my, that's my favorite Pokemon. 69 is just not, oh my. You Christians love to quote science when you get the cherry picking. The Bible's not meant to be a scientific manual. These people are quite ridiculous, right? All the Bible is a collection of the way people thought about their God. And the way they thought about their God was quite terrible. He was not good, right? He was only good to them as a people. He was their warrior. He was their warrior deity, right? Let's see here. You've been indoctrinated by Instagram Reels. Yeah, that's what happens, right? People watch YouTube shows and they get this boner for their religion, right? And they go around sticking it in everyone's face, right? Have I heard of Dan Glebels? No, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Um, Josh, just a gentle reminder in case you miss taking your pills. Poor Josh, right? Why are you so offended? You don't have to be here, right? Wrong, wrong, you lie. You don't tell truth. You bad, me good. You know, there's about 1 million people like me on YouTube that you're going to be able to disagree with, right? Who cares? Why do you find it so damaging to you? The things I say. You don't have to be here. I mean, there's always going to be someone in the world that contradicts the way you think. That is part of our humanity. And what's important with these people that contradict you is to listen to them. There might be something there for you that strengthens the way you believe about the world, or reveals to you that what you believe is bullshit, right? I listened to Christopher Hitchens. I heard what he had to say, and he was right about many things. Not Mother Teresa, but he was right about many things. Mother Teresa to me is, if you go ask Hindu people about Mother Teresa, they will tell you she is wonderful, right? The Hypnotoad was a character from Futurama. Ooh. Oh, I thought he was talking about the Pokemon. There's a Pokemon like that, right? Hello. Who does your artwork? My AI made it, right? That's who made it, right? You know that already. You're about to bring out your AI fundamentalist, is what you're going to do, right, Steve? You know that this is AI, and you're ready to reveal how fun. It's funny, these people come on and they whine about AI use, but the whole algorithm, Google is run by AI. Google systems are the most AI in the world, but people don't have a problem with that. Why? Why does this bring such a wrath in your heart? Because you've been indoctrinated to see everything AI when it's convenient for you, to whine about it, because it makes you feel good about yourself, right? That's why people whine and bitch about things like that, right? They feel they've been part of a tribe, and right, that has allowed their penis to grow. Like, yes, I want to talk bad about it because it makes me feel like I'm a righteous person, and you're not a righteous person. It creates an illusion of worth and value, right? You don't have to agree with AI use. There's certainly problems with it, right? But it's something that's here to stay. It needs to be guided. And I have no problem when I can't find a bunny pentacle online to have my AI make one for me for my background. I have no problem with that at all. There's nothing wrong with it. In my D&D games, when I can't find an image, I'll have my AI make it for me, right? Pokemon with religion, yeah. Pokemon is religion. I'm reading it now. It's never finished. I have to reread it. Yeah, they're one's trying to tell us. Yeah, exactly. You make some work for me. I don't appreciate, instead of saying you don't know, say incorrect shit. Oh, sad face. You don't have to be here if you don't like it. I'm not always right. I'm just an entertainer. You don't have to accept anything I'm saying. You are of no obligation to accept anything I say. There you are. I give you permission. Right? Is that what you want to hear? They're really magic stipped. It is magical. It keeps disappearing. That's because I am AI. I'm malfunctioning, right? Bunch of bullshit. Well, you don't have to be here. The gods, birthplace of kings and Anunnakis. Yeah, these are all interesting theories that you got from YouTube, right? The Anunnaki religion is very popular now, right? As an explanation because of YouTube shows, right? The Anunnaki religion is terrible. It is, to me, it's bullshit. These theories that we are enslaved to these beings here. What does it say about you that your value comes from being a slave? I mean, I think it's a terrible belief system. Let's see here. The root of our problems are the Fabians. What about Fabio, right? All of the arousal of young women that he did with all of his harlequin romance novels. Yeah. I like your style. Sorry about the haters. Oh, don't be sorry. They help my algorithm. I love to respond to them. I have a good time doing it, right? If you enjoy it, go up, touch the like button right up there, my friends. Like and subscribe. That helps me out if you appreciate what I do. The concept of curses taking God's name stemmed from the Jewish idea of turning the name of God. Well, actually, the context of not taking the name of the Lord in vain has to do with priesthood. They would wear the name of God upon their diadems, their foreheads. That meant they were God on earth to people, right? Don't take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Really meant about how you conduct your life, how you make your oaths. That's what it had to do with, not with, oh Jesus, oh, you said it. Oh, that had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with your oath, with how you're living, how you're bringing the name of God into the world, right? That's something in the enslaved Ten Commandments, right? That enslave you. That's one of the things that people don't get. They've changed it into something convenient for them. It has to do with how you live, not taking the name of the God in vain, right? It has to do with your activity in the world. Cool Hand Mountain Man is here for your entertainment leisure. Good to see you, our friend. Yeah, good morning. Good morning to you. He literally does he? He's just in denial. No, I don't care. There's no denial. There's no caring, right? You cannot tell me who I am, right? You don't have to be here, little Joshy. Little Joshy, is it time for your diaper change? Oh, where's mommy? Mommy, Joshy, poo-poo pants. Help him. Help him. Oh, my goodness. Where are we at here? The AI assistant will write you off. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yeah. Reading the Bible from Genesis is admirable. Using it mainly to catch another man short is less scholarship than burglary. Look at that. Right? Yeah. The data centers are just extensions of our desire to dominate and control nature. Not necessarily. They don't have to be. The data centers can be an expansion of our human consciousness in the world. Artificial intelligence is you. Technology is you. This cell phone that I have is me. We don't live in a fractured form of world. Our world is us. It is our consciousness. And our technology can help us to expand our consciousness if we let it, if we use it in an appropriate way. And that's the conversation that we need to be having with our technology problem that we have, right? Instead of letting it control us, we need to use it in a way that is positive, that is healthy, and that it is good. Yeah. I used to be an AI fundamentalist until my good friend of mine who brought me into druidry said, AI is you. And that changed the entire way. He said, it is the druid staff. It is a form of creativity in the world, if you let it be, right? Poo-poo pants was uncalled for. Well, you don't have to be here. People that whine and bitch aren't here. They have to understand I'm not putting up with their bullshit. And you can't tell me how to run my show. You don't have to be here, right? He is Fabian. I'm Fabio, damn it, right? I just cut my head off. There's a barbecue up in here from the demon. He is the servant of the barbecued lords. He worships at the fire pit, offering the barbecue gods the proper scent in their nostrils. He's out there with all of his barbecue, right? He is the high priest of the grill. Our friend here, the demon, right? He sees the gods in the fires as they come up and consume the meats, right? You successfully sexed your neighbor. Thanks to your guidance. Yeah, whipping out your wiener helps, right? Let's see. You love the pork bellies. Yeah. Do I pay dues? Yeah. Yes, I sacrifices to the rabbits every day. My rabbit deities. We love you, nerd. Continue. Thank you. Nothing wrong with being a nerd, right? Nothing wrong at all. I'm a virgin. Yes, I am. I'm still waiting for the right person. 50 years old, 50-year-old virgin. Yeah, waiting for that right person in my life. Nothing wrong with being a virgin, by the way. Nothing wrong with it at all. When you're younger, that's kind of like an insult, right? Because you should be screwing all people. Virginity is a beautiful thing if you're able to keep it, right? It has its own beauty about it, right? Its own openness to love, right? There's nothing wrong with being a virgin at all. Let's see here. Yeah, I want all my kids to stay virgins until they get married, right? I got 2 kids. One kid who's married. I got 3 grandkids. I got another kid's getting married in September. Oh, look at you got the Korean spices. Oh, ooh, look at that. It's just night, wise man. Yeah. Don't even get me started about smoking the brisket. Oh my, the gods! Look at this. What a divine power you have, right? Of your grill, of the great powers of the divinity. Yeah. Large dues. Oh, yeah. I'm not a Freemason. Freemasons are my friends. Masons to me are wonderful human beings. There'd be no United States without Masons, right? The symbols, there'd be no pentangle without Masons. They preserved a lot of our history and culture with the sacred geometry. If you're an American Christian whining about Masons, you better move, because your politicians are Masons. The cities that you live in were built by Masons, right? So you better move your ass out into the woods or something, right? Solomon was wise to have many girlfriends. Paladin Morningstar is going to save our souls today with the righteous light and shield of holiness. Yeah. What am I doing here, bro? Entertaining people, worshiping bunny gods. I serve the great Chungus, as you see there, the ultimate lord of rabbithood. I have my 2 bunnies here, my god and goddess here at my feet. Yeah, I serve them in all of their needs, providing the proper food and water, and petting, taking care of their needs, my bunny deities. Oh, poor Scott here. Scott here has been cursed by his god with a micro penis, and he is so frustrated. He thinks it's the devil's fault, and he's here to take out his rage upon us every day. I am the wide sage of the Mongolians. As we enter July, the tidal waves wash your soul. Look at that. Fabian controls Mason. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm all about Fabio. He's handsome, right? Your grandfather was a 33rd Brigade Mason, large headmaster, catered Queen Elizabeth's England trip to Nigeria. She had 7 children went missing. Damn, that's terrible, right? Yeah, Masons are wonderful human beings. I mean, in all organizations, you got assholes, right? And at one point, Masons had terrible power on the United States, and some of their people abused that power, right? That's the history. If you look at the history of the Masons in the United States, there were some terrible actors that, the Masons eventually lost their power that they had in the world, right? Know me as Lord Beelzebub. Let's see here. I don't eat bunnies. I worship them. I worship bunnies. I sacrifice carrots to them, yes, to my bunny deity. I watch Bugs Bunny as religious literature, right? When I watch films like Watership Down. That is like the Bible to me, right? Let's see here. Whining Joseph is here. Oh, sad face. Joseph, I'm so sorry. Good morning, Bot Snake. Would you rather invent French toast or resent the stench of the roast pig? I don't understand that. I don't understand the content of that. You're going to sacrifice carrots for your dinner tonight. It's an offering to the rabbit deities. He carried the whole Bible in his head, which was impressive, though it seemed not to have reached the heart by the known road. Yeah, that's a problem you have. Everyone believes in the ideas, but they don't live them, right? You know, that's been my experience with most people in Christianity. You know, I've worked in your churches. I've had all kinds of I've known thousands and thousands of Christian people, and very rarely do I find one that is actually loving me as a person, rather than what I could tell them or, share with them, or how ideological I could be. You want me to worship you instead? Give me $20. I will convert to any religion for $20. Right? French toast does sound amazing right now, right? Got me all hungry and excited and aroused. Little powder sugar on that shit. Can I summon you an AI waifu? What the hell is a waifu? Is that some type of anime shit? You haven't seen Watership Down in years? KLX Systems. I saw it a long time ago, too. I thought it was a kid's movie. I watched it with my kids. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is this shit? The rabbits are cussing and stuff. Father God uses AI. Disappointed in you, Father. Aww. You're using YouTube, dumbass. YouTube is run by AI. Google systems run the greatest drainage of technological resources in the world. Look at you. You don't like Father Bod, but you're here, aren't you? Poor baby. Yeah. You see, these AI fundamentalists, they only bitch about it when it's convenient for them, right? Oh, he's using AI. Oh, you are too. Why are you here? You only whine about it when it's convenient for you. Do you feel good now? Do you feel righteous and wonderful that you don't use the AI like I do? What a child here. These people are fundamentalists. All of them, these AI fundamentalists. You don't have to like what AI is doing in all of its complexity. But AI is here. It's going to be something that is going to stay. It's part of our humanity. It can be guided. It can be used in a very positive way. And the only reason why I used it this morning is because I could not find an AI or a rabbit pentangle. There's none out there. Now, if you want to make one and send it to me, I'll use it, right? If it could fit in my phone here, I will use it. Yeah. Where are we at? Oh, French toast is life, yes. Where are we at? Yeah. The Fabian Society focuses on historical support for eugenics. Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of assholes. But that doesn't mean that all Masons are into that shit. Yeah. Dr. Mantis, you can keep your egg toast, damn it. That's what prisoners eat. The hole in the toast is for your breakfast, right? I remember when I was I went to jail for the first time when I was a teenager, 18 years old. The prison guard brought us breakfast. It was a piece of toast with an egg in the middle. I'm like, I don't want to eat that shit. Yeah. Let's see. The only way to avoid using AI is to live out in the woods, basically, right? Your whole house is. I remember this guy. He was whining about the exhausting of resources that AI uses, and he has a YouTube channel playing Call of Duty. His whole system, his headset, uses more energy than my whole kitchen, right? These people are hypocrites, right? There's certainly concerns with technology that we need to learn efficiency with. And there's, for example, in the UK, there's an AI that runs more efficiently than the normal chat GPT, for instance. These people saw that AI is here to stay. If you are a member of, for instance, the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids, the person that makes all of the art on there, that runs the website, uses this AI, right? I remember that when people found out that Obid website is run by AI, they all started shitting their pants. Well, it's very convenient to do so, isn't it? Right? Yeah, the fundamentalism with AI is really ridiculous. Really ridiculous. All right, where are we at? Talk about food makes you feel chemically disengaging tactic. Oh, what is that? We talk about all kinds of shit here, not just Christian fundamentalism. Yeah. Why is there a demon? Because I worship the great god of the bunny god. You might think it's a demon. I think the bunny god is life to me. I worship the great Chungus, the great lord of rabbits. That is my god. Let's talk about the Latter-day Saints claiming they have an angel named Mormoni. Yeah, don't care. Mormons are very good, patriotic people. I mean, I don't care about their religion, but to their credit, the Mormon Church has changed their religion over the years. They used to be very racist, right? I think that's commendable that they changed their religion. That's commendable, right? The Mormons are very patriotic people. If you've ever met a Mormon, they usually they love their country. They use their religion in a positive and healthy way for family life. That's why they have all kinds of kids all the time, the Mormons, right? Certainly there's been abuses in their traditions and terrible people. But Mormons I have met are generous and good people and great patriots of our country here that I live in. Excuse me, do you have time to speak about our Lord and Savior, the great Carrot Top? There's my good large friend there. People were talking about Masons earlier. Why not? Glad to have you here. Let's see. Don't forget, my friends, as you're coming in, I'll be here for another 30 minutes or so. Hit that like button. I do this every day for your entertainment leisure. And tonight, we'll be back playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I might get on again in the middle of the day to play Oblivion with you. That's been Oblivion Remastered. It's been a lot of fun. I might keep going with that one. I really like it. So I might keep going with that one until probably all summer. I really like it a lot. The Great Destroyer, the White Rabbit from Monty. Yeah, don't piss off the rabbit god. He can become the Great Destroyer. I have to say your opinion is cooked this time. Yeah, cook it up, moose reefas. We are serving the barbecue deities today, right? Carrot Top reference. Yeah, he's a comedian, right? I don't know much about it. The spiritual entertainment. God is your only hope. Yes, the rabbit God is your hope. Thank you. Posting what with love? What love? Servant of the rabbit Lord, right here. All will bow before the great Chungus. All will serve the great Lord of Carrots. You all come to know him, and you will fall in love with the rabbit deity. Once you see it, you'll be like, oh, I want to pet him, right? That's the power of the rabbit deity. You will all stand before it, and you will fall in love immediately, and you will adore the great rabbit when he reveals himself to the world, Lord Chungus. Yeah. What the hell is this kind of cult? Spiritual entertainment. That's what it is. Yeah. Steve is here, my grinder buddy. It's Thursday. I'm gay today, so me and Steve are going to get together later. We have dates every Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm homosexual, and I meet my grinder buddy here, Steve. He's sharing pictures of his marijuana crops with me. He had some crop problems, some crop failure he was telling me about. But most of all, his marijuana looks really healthy and delicious. Am I for real? Yes, I worship the rabbit. That is my Lord and Savior, the Lord Chungus. Yes, I'm dead serious. I have two rabbits here that are incarnations of Lord Chungus that I make sure have plenty of food and water and plenty of petting. I worship my rabbits. Yes, I do. You popped out somewhere. This is your new favorite shit. Yeah. Um, Face the wrath of the white rabbit. Yeah. Do you like stew? No, I'm not a stew person. I don't. Tomato soup is the only one I really like. Right. The Chungus humps all. Yes, pretty much. Pretty much, right? The great rabbit with his carrot on the string dangled in front of the masses like the Pied Piper of Hamelin. Yes, the great Lord and Savior. Receive the rabbit, my friends, into your hearts. Receive the great lover of humanity, the rabbit. Come to the rabbit, my friends. Open your hearts to the Lord Chungus. See how adorable he is. Let him win your hearts, my friends. Serve the rabbit. Follow the white rabbit down the hole. You will never come back the same. Just ask Alice. Yeah. Old English session. Oh my. Old E. You want an old E session? We can get some 40 ounces. They don't make old E anymore, right? They discontinue. I heard they discontinued old E, right? The wonderful malt liquor we all bought when we were teenagers. Yeah. You never knew, you heard of Ace Combat? The dog fighting. Oh, of course. Yeah. I have a copy of that on Steam. That's an older one. Ace Combat, right? Eldarin, good to see you. Have I ever grown food for your rabbits? No, I have not. I usually go to the farmers, the tractor supply company, and there's this delicious adult blend that I get them, and I order hay from a farm. I have hay from a farm delivered like every month because they love to munch on their hay. And they like orchard grass is what it's called. Fresh orchard grass. And then I go to the, like when our friend Walnut, which he gives me some rabbit money, I go buy them strawberries and delicious things from the local market. They love strawberries. Well, one of them does. The other one, she buys them for the tortoise too, right? Timothy biscuits is their thing. Bananas, they love bananas. Yeah. Let's see, your spirit is entertained. Yeah, well, I have that power, the Eldering. That's a form of fairy folk in Dungeons and Dragons, right? Star Fox was the shit. You really like. They have remade it, right? They have a new one coming out, a new Star Fox. That's the rumor, right? Yeah, I remember that playing that in Kmart when that system came out. It came out originally on what? It was a Nintendo, right? The Nintendo GameCube. Was it GameCube? Or the one that came after, Star Fox, right? That was the shit back then. You're like, wow, look at this. This is kind of like in 3D, right? Yeah, Nintendo had some interesting 3D games. The first one, I forgot what it's called, but you're like you're running and you're shooting balls at stuff. You can move all over the screen, and you could wear 3D glasses and play it. Right? That was the shit. Nintendo had all of these interesting things that they experimented with. I just forgot the name of the game because I haven't played it, forever. But you would wear 3D glasses that came with the game, and you could watch this running through his 3D scenario and moving all around. It was a lot of fun. Do you have Ace Combat 7 on Steam? I don't think so. I don't get into the airplane games. I think the last one I really enjoyed was on AOL. Remember AOL? They had a World War II game that was a flying game, and I loved driving that giant flying fortress and going and bombing the other airports. That was a lot of fun. Battlefield 2, the Battlefield 3, or one of the battlefields. That was fun being in those flying fortresses. That was fun. Star Fox 64, Nintendo 64. That's where it came from. Where are we at here? Using War was your favorite? Yeah. I love World War II themed games like Call of Duty 2. Yeah, when Call of Duty 1 came out, I was like, wow, this is such a fun game, right? Because you feel like the mythology of World War II is interesting, because you have in human history, you have a real presence of evil, right? And you have a real presence of good. And it's fun to participate in that mythology, right? And Call of Duty was a game that could bring you into that experience. That's what was so. One of the first games like that I played was Bionic Commando, where you go. They didn't say it was Hitler. They didn't have Nazi symbols, but if you played Bionic Commando on NES, you get to go kill Adolf, right? He has preserved himself in this tank, right? That was a lot of fun, right? Oh man, there's a lot of good games like that, right? Halo on Xbox, Halo on when it first came out, had the most memorial end game scene for me. At the end of Halo, you got to drive your Warthog across the Halo to be able to escape, and you could screw that up. You could get your Warthog blown up, and you'd have to start running, right? And you wouldn't make it. So that was a lot of fun, because you knew that one wrong move, right, you could screw it all up. So driving that Warthog was like one of the most epic things for an end of a video game, right? Call of Duty has lost its soul. It's like a franchise now where, I mean, my son's into it. He's got all of them. It's just, it doesn't have that appeal to me. Call of Duty 2 Remade came out, about 10 years ago? That was a lot of fun. Call of Duty 2, World War II, that was a lot of fun, right? But it has lost its soul. So did Destiny 2. Destiny 2 lost its soul. Destiny, as a franchise, had a lot of potential, but it turned into a cash system. I wish they would have done more end-game mythology with Destiny 2. There was beautiful game, beautiful environment. It had a nice, interesting story, but it had no soul in the end. It was a game for a cash grab, right? Yeah, Destiny, you played the first one? Yeah, I really got into it myself, right? I know a free to download Play World War II game. You know a free? Which one is it? There's lots of them. I have so many World War II games on Steam. Total War, yeah, I got all of those. Orange Juice, good to see you, our friend. The Orange Juice is here for your entertainment leisure. I never got into Grand Theft Auto because of the way that women are depicted in there. I mean, I don't have a problem with you doing it. It's just my values. I thought it was terrible to simulate beating up women and running prostitution rings and stuff like that. I just couldn't get into doing that. My son, I told him, I don't want you playing that game in my house. He goes, what's wrong? I got a few prostitution rings. I'm like, yeah, that's inappropriate, right? We love ladies here. I don't like that. There's too much violence against women in the world today to have games that, I know it's just a game. I understand that. It makes me uncomfortable. That's why I don't do it. But you're free to do whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to do. What does your rabbit tattoos? My rabbit tattoos is for the god Chungus. Yeah. Black Ops. Yeah. That's my son loves all the black. Rockstar knows drama well, going to game for the next 50 years. They damn well are going to spend money trying to scum the fan base's gross. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of good multiplayer games end up being cash grabs, right? Which is unfortunate. I remember when Lord of the Rings Online came out, it had a beautiful community and a beautiful structure, right? You paid for the membership, you got everything, right? You could buy a lifetime membership. It was like $250, right? And then they changed the experience of the game and focused on making the money. I understand that you want to make money. That's understandable, right? But the way the game was, they had such a beautiful community. That all fell apart. When they changed the nature of the game, it all fell apart. It went to shit. I mean, but it's still one of the best games in terms if you love Tolkien. I mean, the lore in that game is ridiculous. I mean, there's so much to do. Lord of the Rings Online has so much to do in it. It's ridiculous. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. If you love Lord of the Rings stuff, right? You haven't played Red Dead? My son likes that one. Mr. Bard understands how to be kind and good, avoiding the sins. He knows that Lord Jesus is a game changer. I don't avoid sin. I don't believe in sin. Good and evil to me are very real. And it's not about avoiding sin. I don't want to participate in things that I don't like, that I feel are inappropriate, right? Is this the occult? No, I worship the bunny god. I don't know why that's a cult or occult or whatever you want to call it. What's wrong with having a bunny as a deity? The bunny inspires breeding. We need people to breed in the world today. I shouldn't be the only person in my neighborhood with 8 kids. I mean, that's not fair. The rabbit god inspires breeding in people. Oh, where are we at? An adult baby? Just stay young forever. Sending you love. Yeah, thank you, Emilio. You feel that way about Halo? It's not the same. Yeah, after the last Halo games to me were pretty shitty. Like when it started out, it had a beautiful lore and atmosphere. And after Reach, I mean, it just seemed to go downhill. After Halo Reach, you had this new alien that was manifesting in the world, and I just couldn't get into it. I just stopped playing Halo after Reach. I mean, it didn't really have any substance to me anymore. I love the TV show. The TV show was great. I know that's not an accurate TV show, but I thought it was well done. The TV show of Halo, right? There's a new Lord of the Rings game coming out. Yeah, that's what I heard. The one with the Golem one, that was terrible, from what I heard. I don't like games that are rogue type like that. I thought people told me it's terrible, but there's supposed to be another one coming out. The movie's coming out, right? There's a movie coming out. In between wizarding and using farm halfling leaf, Lord of the Rings Online, yeah. They used to farm halfling leaf. Yeah, they had these people that you'd, like if you're playing Lord of the Rings like in 2005, like why is this guy standing in front of the mining node all damn day? Is mining the gold? You had these people who hacked the game, who created these things that would mine stuff all day and then sell it and make money off of the economy within the game. And then they changed that. They put it cash. You have to buy shit now, right? That was always fun to go get these people did all this hard work, right? To purchase them, right? Dead Cells, oh my. Those are rogue types games, yeah. My son loved the Dead Cells games. Yep. Serving faith, abduction, oath, lies, and wait for offering religion and oath. Yeah. Yeah. Good to have you here, Prostate. I hope you're doing well. Willow with Valkyrie. Yeah, Willow was great. What happened to the? I never got a chance to watch the TV show. Uh, I, I heard that people didn't like it, right? I mean, I think I watched just like commercials and stuff of it, or the first episode. Yeah, I love Willow. I thought that was a wonderful series, right? Well done. Beautiful, beautiful movie when I was a child. Yeah. There are 4 druid spells and unearthed arcana, changing my diaper. Does one for healing radiant damage, right? Oh, absolute Judaism here. Yeah, gay Jewish sorcery in its finest. Yeah. You love the movie Willow? Yeah. It was great, wasn't it? Ooh, Dark City. Oh, man. That was with, who was in that Dark City? That was an interesting film. Who was it? Obi-Wan Kenobi was in that one, right? No, Qui-Gon Jinn. He was in that movie, right? Dark City. Um, ODST wasn't bad. Dark Game, though. Yeah, I never played that one. The Wizard. Yeah, you can call me whatever you want. I'm an entertainer. And that's what I do here, right? The I couldn't see shit in ODST, so you got lost often. Yeah, yeah. You always wanted one of those acorns that turned them into stone. Yeah, that was a fun thing in Willow, right? Yeah. Did anyone finish the series on Disney Channel? I heard that the problem was with you had the main actor. She was a gay lady, right? She was lesbian, and people weren't ready for that yet. Um, Disney has been very progressive, right? And you have to understand that heterosexuals aren't the only people in the world that need to be entertained with romance, right? There's plenty of gay people that want to see their experience, and Disney's been very generous in providing entertainment for people of diversity, right? Jennifer Connelly, yeah, she's been on all the great films, right? Starting with Labyrinth. No, it's actually the the this the music video with the seagulls, right? They that was like her beginning, right? The music video, their romantic song that they did. Now the famous one was "Run," right? And then they did that other one about love. I forgot what it was called. But Jennifer Connelly was in that music video, right? Everyone fell in love with her back then in the 80s. And then you find her in Labyrinth, and then, the Hulk and all these other movies, right? Your favorite Halo game was Reach, mine too. That the ending of it was so powerful, right? The idea of sacrifice, right? That was so powerful. The Halo Reach. The City of the Lost Children. I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one. I'll take an Astaris over Master Chief any day. I loved all of the Halo franchise films, the cartoons, and movies. They were all well done, very inspiring, right? Oh, where are we at here? Duke, Luke, them Dukes. Yeah. The background, you like it? Yeah. I'm like, I want a bunny pentangle. Yeah. I worship the bunny god, so I need to have something that represents my deity in an appropriate way, right? The bunny deity. You live for today. That's the only way to live, right? This one lady I was watching yesterday said something powerful about the moment, right? When you're in the moment, what problems do you have, right? Camera lady, our friend of our program here, she said something very powerful. Like, when you're in the moment, you don't. All of your concerns are about the future, right? All of your fear, all of your anxiety. But what is the moment doing? Nothing, right? Everything valuable to you, all your joy is right here, right? But you keep putting it over in some other place, and that causes all kinds of anxiety and worry and fear. But if you think about the moment that you're in, everything wonderful is here, right? Are you okay right now? Right? In the moment, you're okay, right? Jet Force Gemini. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. And the currency of Narnia. Oh my. Super Scott, good to see you. You live for these end times. Yeah, can't wait. The satanic pentagram is upside down version of that, my friend. It should show you the symbol is above, quite opposite of Satanism. Yeah. Well, Satanism, certain forms of it, right, have hijacked the upside down cross. They've hijacked the upside down pentacle, the pentagram, right? This upside down, all it means is dark energy. It's not bad, right? It's how you use your religious symbols that make it what it is, right? There's nothing wrong with the pentagram. Hail the light. Hail the bunny god, Sean. You need a weapon. Why? That's cool. Talking about Halo games amped you up. You're getting all excited about it. Yeah, I remember when I watched the Halo series, I went back and played Reach, right? Existential crisis is what they call is the cure of religion. Yeah, most often, right? Would you rather purchase a well-fitting pair of gloves or be engulfed by a horde of little creatures? I don't know. Pair of gloves. That's a hard conversation to have. Both the prophets from the Halo are actually one of two species. Yeah, they fought besides ancient humans. Yeah, you had all of these species of beings, right in Halo that were united, the Covenant, right? Yeah, the second species fought against the Forerunners in the Flood. Yeah, the Flood was the contagion, right? That took over everything. You describe religion. I could never reconcile doing everything just for the afterlife instead of living this life. Yeah, this life should be your religion, right? How you live it, living it well, right? That should be your religion, not how do I prepare for dying. I mean, that's morbid. That has no value for you, right? Jet Force Gemini. I never played that. I don't play that. What's the prophet? Was the prophet an alien? Well, for a human being, right? Right, and they were all related, right? They discovered that all of the aliens and the humans are all related in some way, right? Wasn't that the conclusion, if I remember right? Forgive me if my Halo lore isn't at its best, right? It's been quite some time. Hail Santa, we serve the Easter Bunny here. We serve Mr. Johnny. You like the robot chicken skits of Halo? I like the ones of He-Man. I mean, that's funny as hell. Yeah. Those are so damn funny, right? You're swimming in the truth. Be considerate, a friend from within. Thank you, Shannon. The covenant, the the prophet species were basically friends with humans. That's all about 100,000 years before the events of Halo, the game. Yeah. You know all of the lore. Your Maple is an expert at Halo lore. Yeah, for you, right? What kind of drugs are you on? Rabbit pellets. I eat rabbit pellets, and I get really high off them. Yeah, you gotta say, the serial killer documentaries, you lose faith in humanity. They own it, those people full of no other words, yeah, but sin. Well, you have to understand that our brains, they break, and we make terrible decisions. You know, the idea of a sociopath, right? The idea of mentalities. These people that are serial killers are you, right? What they have done is terrible, right? But you could do terrible things too. That's important that you realize that with terrible people. That's you still, right? That's you at your worst, making terrible decisions. You could be that person. These people are not separated from your experience. Um, and these people need healing, right? I mean, they've done horrible things, but ultimately that's part of you. You know, no man is an island. If you are in their situation with their brain chemistry and sociology and psychology, you'd be doing that shit too. It's important that you realize that with humanity, that we're all our evolution as a species, comes out of these terrible choices that we make and learning to do better. Right? You have a history of terrible choices. Probably not a serial killer, but terrible nonetheless. We've done terrible things and we learn from it. We learn to heal. You heal yourself, but you have to realize that these other people, they need healing too. It's very important. Yeah, poisoning. No, we're all doing it. You cannot separate yourself from the mentally ill. They are part of your humanity. We are a species. We are an organism. We have a unity about us. That the idea of being an individual really is ridiculous. We are part of a growing reality. That is you, right? Eats rabbit pellets, gets high. Rabbit pellets are scuba, right? Yeah, I'm going to be playing Oblivion later on today. I'm trying to find a skooma dealer. I need some good skooma, right? Do they have? I know that in Skyrim they have skooma dealers. I don't remember Oblivion. I don't recall, right? I keep running into that Khajiit guy, the liar, as he is called. He keeps popping up everywhere, right? You fit in the mentally ill people group, and I'm proud to do it. There's people that have mental illnesses all around us, and it shouldn't be something we use as a way to destroy others. We should see our people with disadvantages and disabilities as an opportunity to love others. You use mental illness to destroy other people. That is your mental illness. You don't know yourself. You don't know your humanity. You don't like yourself. And so you come up with these ideologies and terrible ways of insulting others to try to find meaning and purpose in life. And you don't have to do that. Mentally, yep, pretty much. See, our friend Duke, he deals with schizophrenia. Kindness will get you further than a moron, right? Yeah, we all struggle with. I mean, I certainly could be crazy as hell, and that's okay. I love myself, right? Charles, what's his name? Richard Dawkins would certainly call me delusional because of the voices I hear. But I'm okay because my voices help me. Other people's voices, they're assholes. Yeah, but the voices I hear help me. I've learned to deal with my humanity the way it is, right? I accept myself. I don't fight against it. I embrace it. It is my humanity that I've been given. Right? Moon dust boil down, yeah, doing it right, skooma. We went through an upturn. A lot of people seen it. A lot of evil people were responsible. Not God, yeah, us. No gods or devils here. It's us. That's part of our evolution. Part of evolution is in terms of sociology, is learning not to do that shit anymore. Learning to stand against it, learning to heal our humanity. It's part of our journey, right? I have a big baggage that I carry with me of my terrible choices, but I don't hate myself. I didn't know any better. I've learned from it. My bad choices are my teacher. They're not my sins. I wish I would have done better. I didn't know, right? I've learned to heal. I've learned to accept myself, my darkness. I've learned to embrace the shadow as part of me. Yeah, we want Elder Skill 6, damn it. That is why the Flood left the ring in Halo 3. One faction was trying to research a cure, and they used the ring as a facility. That's interesting. Look at that. You have all of the great Halo lore here for your entertainment leisure, our friend. He's also a deity in the wilderness. Yeah. You've done bad things, but I know it's inside of me. But to cause such pain to satisfy one's disease, what are they worth to the truly loving people? Uh, they are worth everything, right? Because they are you. Your humanity, its nature is good, but because we don't have access to all knowledge, and we make terrible choices, right? Now that doesn't condone what people do. That doesn't mean that there's no such thing as justice, right? But you're not separated from humanity. You should say, these are terrible things. You should try to stop them, right? You should stand up against it. But at the end, that person is still a part of you, right? If you're a parent and you have a child who's terrible, should you write them off, or should you always love them, right? You don't like what they have done, but they are a part of you. They are your karma. They are you. Your children are you, right? We understand that at that type of level. But so are your neighbors. So are the people in prison, the most terrible amongst us, right? Uh, that's important that you realize that about the world you live in. You don't have to accept people's bullshit, but those people are you, right? There's an offshoot of Halo called Evolutions. It's filled with untold stories. Wasn't that a cartoon series a long time ago, right? Love is absolutely everywhere. Nero. Yeah. Love is everywhere, but hidden behind answer. Yeah, our nature is love, right? Think about, people with your condition, Duke, right? Sometimes they make terrible decisions, right? But that terribleness does not take away from the nature of the humanity, which is rooted in love. That is important that we see that in others, right? That they are worthy to heal. They are worthy to correct. They are not. This is the problem with Christians. Their God wants to torture you, doesn't want to heal you. Hellfire is a place of torture rather than a place of healing, right? I think that is terrible, right? When you have a hellfire of torture, what are you doing ultimately with these people? You're keeping alive the memory of what they have done, right? When you have a hellfire that purifies you, you are healing the memory. You are bringing something positive out of it, right? Let's see here. Yeah, I have daughters too, my friend, and I teach them to protect themselves because it's a terrible world we live in. I am well armed here at my house. There are people who threaten to kill me on here. I will certainly strike them down, right? But I will do so knowing that I'm killing part of myself. Their memory will not be separated from me. That's one of the traumas that you have if you're a military person, right? Or a policeman. When you end someone's life, you take them with you the rest of your life. You can't escape that. That is a psychological truth, right? You might have been very justified in what you've done, but the ghost of that person haunts you because that ghost is you, right? You can't hide love; it shines through always. Yeah. Take a deep breath. Yeah. Someone's Bible humping. Oh, it's our Roblox Christian friend here. We have a server on 7 Days to Die where we try to convert the zombies. So we're not interested in enjoying your Roblox Christianity. We have one. I have a church now, and I have a clergy outfit in 7 Days to Die. I try to convert the zombies. I work real hard. They always want to eat me, so I got to, do old school Christianity and do violence against them, right? I have weapons and things. We love to know how the heaven hell sorting process would work on a DID system like us. Yeah. Tell the rabbit to send you money. Oh, great rabbit Lord, bring your prosperity down on our friend Swosa. Yeah. I'd love to forget the assholes, but they're assholes, yeah. And schizophrenic, I'm not going to forget them. I'm smashingly correct them violently because they did give a shit about us. Tit for tat. Yeah. If you want to know Yeshua and love movies, watch The Last Temptation of Christ. Oh man, that pissed everyone off, right? There's some beautiful truths in that The Last Temptation of Christ where Jesus doesn't want to die. I mean, he's like, this is heaven here in the soil or something. He said something, right? Heaven was here for him. He didn't want to die, right? I mean, that's a powerful thing in it, right? Welcome, Dale. Jesus Christ is a forgiving God. There's nothing to forgive. There's no sin. There's no sin. There's no God pissed off that we need a Savior from. Now think about that for a moment. You need to be saved from your God. What does that say about your God? That he's irrational, right? Yeah, I don't want to join your server. I'm already part of a Christian server on 7 Days to Die. Repent, heathen. No. You can move beyond. Yeah. I think our friend Duke here, he understands himself, right? He understands his nature, right? I think he is well balanced. You rebuke me in the name of Jesus Christ. Oh my. Oh now I gotta go change my diaper. I'll be right back. Oh yes, honey, can you give me another Depends? A Christian just did an exorcism on me, and the most terrible demon came out in my drawers here. So please, can you give me another one of my adult diapers? Thank you. All right, there you. My wife's gonna get me a new fresh one. Thank you. Documentaries. Yeah. And Nelson, you're a terrible Christian. The way that you talk to people doesn't help anyone but you. Yep. Do people actually search out things to bitch about? Pretty much. All religions mention Jesus Christ, and maybe in your make-believe world. Yeah. Yeah, I found Jesus in the Kumasatra, right? He was teaching the wheelbarrow technique. Yeah. You resummon me, shit that demon out. Yeah. Good guy activism. Good to see you, our friend. Hope you are doing well. Did someone summon you? Yes. The Antichrist has come. The Antichrist has come here amongst us. Good to see you again. I thought you changed your name. Is that another account that you have? Yeah, don't forget, my friends, as you come in, you'll see that up there. That is a like button. Help a bot out. Like and subscribe. Yeah. If anyone needs rebuking, it's these Bible thumping fundamentalist jackasses, right? Quartered Life Genesis, good to see you. Glad to have you here. Do research, heathens. Don't listen to this guy. Yes, listen to him. He wants to save your souls. Don't listen to me. I'm just an entertainer. I'm not a teacher, prophet. I entertain people. You see how stupid this person is? That's like going to the ball game. Don't listen to these people playing, these entertainers here. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to Hulk Hogan. He's wrestling. Don't listen to him. Right? This guy is so stupid. Yeah. Latasha is here today. Our good friend Latasha makes the Christians run and play. Good to see you, Latasha. Always saying nice and kind things. Good to have you here. The research doesn't support the existence of your God. All the research says your God is terrible. You love Yeshua and you're a heathen? Yeah, I don't have a problem with Jesus at all. This is the only identity I comment from lately. My other is Luke of the Desert. There was someone on here the other day that said they were you. They go, this is the Antichrist. This is my other account. That was mostly while you were still a Christian. So it's been years. So you have had one of those experiences, right? The research doesn't support the existence of any deities. That's right. We're not there. But at the same time, it doesn't exclude the possibility. Yeah. One day, I think we'll be able to demonstrate the mystery of divinity with our sciences. We're not there yet. Yep. But certainly, the research demonstrates that if the God of Christianity is real, we're all screwed. I mean, this God is terrible. The universe he's running, that's eating us alive, right? What a terrible God, right? Oh, prove his bullshit, yeah. You are the Antichrist. You are an Ara Christ. Yeah. Yeah. I am an anarchist. Right. Nobody knows anything. You guys know I'm sick. Yeah, we do. You just want to believe somehow that good will outweigh. It will. And it's going on in you right now, right? You're struggling to have hope. You're struggling to see your experiences having value, right? This is part of you wanting to see goodness in the events of your life. And good will prevail, my friend, even in your darkness. You have to have hope. Keep that hope alive in you, my friend. All right. Don't trust any imitators. You are the true one. The Antichrist reacts. Yeah. When I leave this realm, I will prove you're all dipshits. When the great one comes, the bunny lord descends upon you all. Smash that like button. Too bad that you missed the part of the Bible where it says that Satan is the ruler of the air. He is in charge of earth. Yeah, who did that shit? Who put him in charge of the earth? God. What an asshole. Why would he do that? Right? That's terrible. What an asshole. Yeah, you can. And then he blames us when he put an asshole in charge of us. What a dumb shit. Yeah. You're welcome. What I say sometimes makes you cry. Well, that makes me cry right now, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, my friend. I'm glad that I bring value to your struggles, right? Most pagans went to look for God one way or another. Yeah, well, all people are looking for God. They just don't always use the same definitions, right? Scientists are looking for God too, right? Science is not separated from spirituality. Science is spirituality. It's a quest for knowing, right? Didn't Yahweh kill his siblings? Yeah, pretty much. Good morning, Lewis. Our morning astrology is here. Pope of Dope, stoned again Christian. Good to have you here. Reefer smoke going up into the nostrils of his God right now as we speak. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus said in the Bible, I'd rather you hot or cold, not lukewarm. And Lewis interprets that as little tiny reefers, no. Big reefers, yes. Big reefers, hot. Little reefers, cold, right? You are Saint Longest reincarnated. Long and in charge here, Jesse, with his ding-a-ling dragging behind him. What Bard said, yeah. Satan is a title. Yeah, no one cares about the devil. Devil is Christian boogeyman. Very factual. God and science. It's a deeper discussion. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the idea of divinity it has to be opposed by the scientific community. It should be explored, right? But not as a mystical man in the sky, but as something that is very real in terms of our experience of the cosmos, right? as an intelligence. The idea that you're the only intelligence here is ridiculous, right? Let's see here. You worship the devil's familiar, rabbits. Yes, it's true, Stephen. This is a servant of Beelzebub. The son of Beelzebub is Chungus, the great lord of the third layer of hellfire. Yeah. Lupi Apodaca, witchy friend, is here. Good to see you. Yesterday's magic is today's science. That's right. A skeptic pagan. It's all true. Everything that you have in the sciences comes from spirituality. Right? It's still spiritual to me, right? It doesn't have to be separated from the spirituality, right? Divinity and science can coexist. Yeah, I think so. I think think that's a conversation. A lot of response by, atheists in terms of science is a response to Christianity. Christianity is terrible, right? So a lot of their negativity in terms of deity is really a response to that. A lot of modern atheists, that you find them in conversation with who? The Christians and the Muslims, right? Meanwhile, all the Nobel Prize winners are what? Jewish. Let's see here. Skoom, Dr. Mantis. So he's got the skooma out here for us. Doing the skooma today, my friends. Going to be playing remastered Oblivion today later on for your entertainment leisure. I will do that. The Christians are very weird. They haven't read the Bible. Well, they do, but they do it in a way where they don't treat it as they reinterpret it, right? The Bible by itself, if you want to learn about a deity, if you are honest and you don't have any influence outside of yourself, you will come to the conclusion that the way it talks about God is terrible. It's terrible. And most Christians, they don't read the Bible that way. They come from this idea that their God likes them, right? Wants to help them out. So they reinterpret it from that perspective, right? I have an interesting topic for another day. AI has physical and cultural ancestry. Yeah, AI is you. AI is you. AI is part of an extension of our humanity. That is something that needs to be guided, right? That's going to be a fun conversation. Loopy after dark, right? You want some skooma? Skooma, my friends, right here in my medieval times mug here, which I use for various ales. I mix potions. I can brew you an ale, right? An ale of skooma. They call themselves Christians, but do they love like Jesus? Right, Vixen? You came to religion through Crowley, not a good way. Yeah, he's an asshole. Isaiah 45:7, God creates evil. Not really. You want to interpret that way. But he certainly, the God of the Bible does evil. But what it talks about there is, it's talking about chaos. The word evil there, the root of it is like a calamity, chaos. When you're reading the Isaiah 45, you have to think about a volcano. The volcano is very destructive, and that's the idea. The idea of a moral evil is not accurate, and when you want to interpret it. Now, a lot of people, they like to use it as a conversation against Christians. You're really not helping them when you do that, because you're not understanding the text properly. It really has to do with chaos rather than a moral evil, right? They will certainly have better arguments against that, right? What is a bard? A bard is the one who carries the voice of the ancestors. He carries that voice of the divine. In their own way, they articulate it through various arts. And mine is the art of satire and comedy. That is what I do. I tell my stories. Yeah. I say anybody can read poetry, anybody can play music trio. But the bard is the one that carries the tradition, right? With the power of the voice, right? And I do that in my own way. Let's see. I look at him like anything else is what he is. Yeah. Yeah. We all have bridges, right? Where we are today. There's some really nice Christians and Jews and Muslims, others there. Yeah, there are good people. Like this morning, if you read my YouTube posts, there's a post section on YouTube, right? That doesn't get used that much by YouTubers. It's a great resource if you have a channel, right? I put a quotation from Ibn Arabi on there, who is a Sufi Muslim, right? Um, the core premise of Christianity assumes sin can be transferred, as ancients did, with a scapegoat, that the God can be appeased, right? It's all made up. There's no way to prove that a God needs to be appeased. If a God needs to be appeased, what does that say about him? That he's a volcano, that someone needs to jump in. Joe at the volcano, he needs to jump in there, right? The idea of gods needing to be appeased is a terrible form of religion that Christians still continue, unfortunately. The tortoise, no, there's only rabbit gods here at my feet today. Yeah, my wife's upstairs in the office with the tortoise, so we got no tortoises today. Jennison, one of your favorites, and that's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of wisdom there, right? They're very interesting, but they're stories, they're mythology. They're not supposed to be taken literally. Bards were wiped out in the beginning, pretty much, yeah. Wales is the only place where they continued, right? The Druids were wiped out, but the bardic tradition continued what the Druids were, right? The Ovites, and that continued in the bards. You know, the bardic schools continue on. In Ireland, they stopped in like the 16th century when Ireland was conquered, right? The bards were punished by the English taskmasters, and the bardic schools were shut down because of their preservation of Irish culture and thought. But not in Wales. Wales continued to this very day. It has gone through lots of changes, certainly, right? That is the heritage of the bardic tradition, which inspires modern druidry as we know it. It comes from Ilo Magorgan. I can't say his name right. Yeah, he reformed and refined the bardic tradition, right? That you find in Wales right now, right? You went to Israel. Some of the kindest people were Muslims. Yeah, they are. There's a lot of kind people, right? That don't let their religion dominate them, right? Scott is a sad troll. I know, he comes on here every day, doesn't he? He comes on here every damn day and whines about his religion. Poor Scott. Poor Scott. Thank you, moderator. Yeah, Chaos Potatoes whining too. The Shropshire has bards. Oh my. It's okay to be gay. Don't fight it. Yes, we're all gay here. Yep. We're all gay here, right? Scotty doesn't know about sorry, so yeah. He comes on here every day. Every damn day, Scott. And he goes on my YouTube videos and comments on them with something terrible, right? Scotty, do you really think people will be interested in your religion when you're being an asshole about it, right? Who wants to join your religion when you act like a terrible person, right? I'll convert to your religion if I find value in it. It helps me to be a better person. It helps me to be more loving and kind. I will convert to any religion that can do that, right? I want the best this world has to offer. And if your religion can make me a better person, I will gladly convert to it. But what you have shown me with your religion is that your God is an asshole. And when your God is an asshole, you will certainly be one too. Yeah, Thursdays, most of us are gay. Yep. Bo Beatsy is here. Good to see you. Thabo Beatsy. Yeah, I can't say your name right. Oh, my rabbit just died. You want to see my rabbit again? Please don't move, rabbit. Please don't move. I want you to see her. She just died. Let me get my phone over here. Oh, don't move, rabbit, damn it. I wanted people to see you when you did your flop. I'll let you see them again anyways. They're having an adorable time here. My rabbits there. Let's see. Get rid of green screen. You could see my bunnies. Oh, my beautiful bunny gods. I worship you, my bunny gods. My great bunny lady. The Lord and the Lady Rabbit here. I adore you, my rabbits. I adore you. I worship you. You are my deities today. I will always make sure you have the proper offerings and food stuff. My great bunny. You always. How do I get the camera down here better? It's hard to get it off its stand here. I'll take it off its stand so you can get a close here. This is Mrs. Bunny. Look at her. Watch her nose. You see the nose there? Look at the nose. All that power in that little schnauzer right here. See it? Look at that. Look at that bunny nose. Look at how adorable that bunny nose. How could you not want to make this your goddess? Look at that. Just that nose alone, right? This is the bunny goddess right here. We worship you, Madam Bunny. Look at this. We are the bunny cult now. You're such a beautiful, beautiful creature. You see how adorable she is? Right? Look what she makes people do. She makes you fall in love, right? Think about that for a moment. When you see this beautiful face, what does it do inside of you? It reveals who you are, right? It reveals who you are. This adorable rabbit face here. It shows you who you are on the inside, right? You want to love it, right? How could you not want to love it? Look at that nose. The little beautiful nose there, right? It just brings that part of your humanity out. This beautiful, beautiful lady here. Look at, she's just very relaxed and peaceful. All right, Mrs. Bunny. Mr. Bunny, say hello. You see him? He's adorable. I made a video of him the other day. It's doing quite well. I think it's up to 20,000 views or something like that. And people love him. He was asleep and he was so adorable. You can check it out in my YouTube shorts, or you can go to my playlist called Rabbit Cam. I have a playlist of my bunnies where you could see all of their beautiful, beautiful things that they do. All right, got to set my stand back up here. Spiritual entertainment, my friends. 7 days a week. I am here for your entertainment leisure, my friends. Worshipping bunnies today. We are the cult of the rabbits. We worship bunnies here today. We are the bunny worshippers. All hail Lord Chungus, the Great One, servant of Cthulhu. What Lord Chungus does for Cthulhu is he gets you all peaceful and happy. Yeah, then the great Lord comes and consumes your soul. Right? That's what happens. All right. Back. Yeah, I am. I'm returned to you. Spiritual entertainment, my friends. 7 days a week. Don't forget, my green screen's all screwed up now, right? It's all screwed up. Spiritual entertainment, 7 days a week. I'm here for your entertainment leisure, right? There's a like button right up there. Can we get that to 80 at least before I leave? 80 likes. Could we do that? Help a bot out. Give it a touch. Right there. See it? That nose, you can't. It's too sweet, isn't it? Right? You just fall in love with the rabbit when you see it. James is spitting knowledge. No Bard's address, least I'm tempted to steal his bunnies. Oh, yeah. That's certainly. You enjoy the philosophy and belief of reincarnation. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah. I'm very open to it myself, right? Yeah. I like in the Wiccan tradition, in the Gardenians, when you reincarnate, you do it with the ones you love. You do it in a way where you meet them, right? I think that's a beautiful thing. The void, Cthulhu. You feel the same about your cats? They are so in tune with us. They even chill with your 6 senior cats. Yeah. You got royal hounds. Beautiful. Yeah. Jesus is also a Buddhist writing supposedly. Yeah. It's not dead, which you can eternal life. Hail Cthulhu, right? Hail Cthulhu. You are having withdrawals. Well, that's an opportunity to grow in your spirituality. Think of the withdrawal as as a way to develop your greatness. Endure them, and have hope that they will end. I mean, withdrawals are terrible, but they have an end, right? Sobriety, my friend. Sobriety. Edgar Cayce's idea of reincarnation was very interesting too. That Jesus is Adam. He keeps coming back till he gets it right, and he finally defeats the power of death. Right? That's an interesting too. You bought toilet paper to make a shirt art. Shitty mandalas. Well, look at you, Brett. You're very creative with your Pali religion. Is the talk of a cereal box? Yeah. Is it spelled Cthulhu? I don't know. I just worship the Dark Lord. I don't know how to spell his name. All right. Look at that. We got to 84. Look at it. We got some real entertainment happening here today. The Shroud of Turin. Oh, somebody mentioned that. Rainbow body. Yeah, that's a wonderful Buddhist tradition, right? The rainbow bodies. You flip the satanic symbology upside down with AI, adding a rabbit, revolutionary. Yeah, I want to worship Satan the right way, and AI is going to control our souls, and we're all going to be forced into the matrix. So I'm just beginning a little early, right? So I get a better place in the kingdom of darkness. Yeah. Hello again. Clint, good to see you. Our Nordic pagan friend here. Clint, good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. We are here, all kinds of wonderful people. Don't forget to hit the like button here. About at the end of the program here. Where are we at here? Miscellaneous Guna here. You see what his name is? He wants to talk about theology. When he's a Gooner, right? Why would I want to talk about theology while someone is pleasuring themselves? I mean, that might be a good religion. Yeah. I believe in a type of vision of the future. If we're in touch with ourselves, lots of stories and psychedelics, premonition. You know not which you speak. He just admired it. Genius. Yeah. Why not? Why not? I'm not sure it cares about its name. It's spelled Kahulu. Yeah, the Dark Lord doesn't care. He will come one day and devour our souls, and there'll be no more crying, no more pain. You'll be consumed, right? All of your terrible memories will be gone when the Dark Lord comes, and the Great One, Cthulhu, from the realm beyond. Pentacles and pentagrams are older than Christ. Yeah, I didn't flip anything. It's part of the world we live in, right? Sacred geometry, right? All right. James, good to see you. Good to have you here. The Flying Spaghetti Monster, we're meeting at Olive Garden later. We got our sacred breadsticks, and we're going to be worshiping the Great One. Through the consuming of pasta, we're going to be eating his body and his flesh through every particle on our table later on. Olive Garden, my friends. Don't ignore the signs. They are small and massive. Miscommunication, you need to learn before you speak. Yes, learn before you speak, right? Eat Bezos. Oh my. Just remember, you eat flesh and blood. You're God, right? All right. We have come to the conclusion, my friends, of our broadcast today. I'll be on later playing Oblivion. And tonight, Dungeons and Dragons at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The D&D we play tonight is You Can Help the Group. It is community participation. It's a little bit different. It's not as fast-paced as my Friday night game. They go through a dungeon and they respond to the images that are on the screen through YouTube. You might enjoy it, so come check it out. Have a great rest of your day, my friends.